Hello, everyone. It's Blake with Boost Portfolio recording on Monday, August 7th, 2017. If you like this video, make sure you click the subscribe button on the bottom right of your screen. Just keeps you up to date with all of our latest content. Also, I'm going to be creating some trading education videos, and I'd love your feedback as to what you guys want to learn. Trading entries, exits, risk management, things like that. Please go to boostportfolio.com and just fill out the Have a Question form, and I'll be sure to create a video for you. Okay, let's get right into the stock market. I have the SPY pulled up here on a daily chart. The market just closed. We are still holding this 10-period moving average. We've had this nice run up, and now we've consolidated for the better part of the last two and a half weeks. And so this is still a bullish sign. You can see these moving averages are still sloping higher. This is the 20-day moving higher, and the 10-period kind of a shallow angle, but just recently we're starting to tick up a little bit. The MACD is flat. This isn't really anything to worry about yet. If we do break below this 10-period moving average, 20-period could be in play, but until that happens, I will remain bullish. I would like to see this MACD cross higher, and once we do that and break out to new all-time highs above this candle's high, which was 248 on the dot, then we could likely see more upside. 250, 252 could be in play after that. So that's the overall market. Let's take a look at the technology sector, the QQQ. Now the QQQ is still in this candle's trading range. So this was an all-time high. We sold off, had a lot of volume come in, but we've held that low, and just like the SPY, we're just consolidating sideways, holding the 20 period with the doji candle we printed on Friday, and today we are closing above that 10-period moving average. So this is a bullish signal. I do like this. You can see we're above the previous kind of all-time highs back here, back last month. So until we can break above a couple weeks ago high, I wouldn't be too interested in adding more risk to the technology sector. I think this candle, this bearish engulfing candle, is something that we need to keep an eye on. But as long as these moving averages continue to slope higher, like the 20 and the 10, and we hold those, I do like this. You can see the MACD is starting to curl back up. It's still flat, but if we can break above this high, then I will take a look at some of the stocks within the technology sector, like Apple, Amazon, Google, Facebook. Okay, let's take a look at the IBB, the biotechs. This is one of my favorite sectors. I'm sure you guys probably know this by now. We are holding this 215 area. We held that last Friday. We printed a doji candle, and today we are confirming higher. So a little bit of a higher demand for stocks in the biotechs. You can see the 20-period moving average is still sloping higher, even though we are closing below it. The moving average is still moving higher above this trend line right around the 318 mark, and above, if we can get above 318 and above the 10 and the 20 MA, I'll get fairly aggressive with some stocks in the biotechs. Now Gilead is one of our trades that we still have on. It's a swing. It's working well, still breaking out of this falling wedge. You can see we just came back, tested the 20 period, and we're holding that. If we don't hold this 20 period, I'll get a little more cautious on this, but for now, I think everything is fine. A couple of the new trade ideas I like for this week is Bluebird Bio. Let's take a look at Blue. Really just a strong stock. This is one of the stocks that can, if it gets momentum, it can really rip higher. And that's one of the reasons I do like it. So you can see we have this trend line dating back from pretty much the beginning of the year. That was the March. We made a high in March, and we've held this trend line ever since. Now, you can see the 10 and the 20 period are converging right at this trend line. So lots of support right around this 95 area. Today we had a nice, strong confirmation candle above that 95. And you can see we're also breaking this downtrend. So we're breaking a downtrend. We're holding a trend line support. The 10 and the 20 period moving averages are converging and starting to move higher. And you can also see we do have this MACD that's starting to also move higher. So this is a very nice setup. I do like this. I did open a position in Blue today. My stop will be below this trend line. I think that's pretty much, a line. If we get below the 94 area, that'll tell you that it's not working out. So there's really no reason to stay in the trade. But for now, I do like this a lot. I think we could come up and test this high, which was right around 102.90. Above that, I think it puts 105 and 110 in play. And ultimately, this is something that I do have in my portfolio. I do like this longer term. I think, it's very reasonable to believe that we do head back to 120 sooner than later, especially if the IBB can get some momentum. Now, the banks, JP Morgan, this is a trade that we still have going on. This black line was our entry. The red was our stops, never gotten there yet. And the add was above this green line. So that would be new all-time highs. Above here, there's no overhead resistance. I think we could make a run at the 100 mark within the next couple to few months if the XLF and the financials want to continue. Now, one of the things I do like about this is the 10 period has a bullish crossover through the 20 period. So the faster moving average is crossing through the 20, which is a nice signal. And you can see the last time we got that was back here, and we had a nice run up as well. And we had the MACD confirmation. The MACD was also moving higher. That's one of the things I like about the MACD. It's a momentum indicator, and when we have these crossovers like we had when we got into this trade, the momentum tends to run in the favor of whichever way the direction is going. So I do like the JP Morgan trade. We're still holding it above this. I will add, and below the red, I'll take the stop. Now let's take a look at a couple more. Illumina. Guys, noticing a trend in the biotechs here. So with Illumina, I really like this. We're breaking out of a 2-year range with Illumina, and that's one of the reasons why I really like it. Let's get this loaded. So you can see we've been in this range for the better part of 2 years, and we had earnings last week, and we broke out above that 2-year range. Didn't get in on this trade when we broke above this because I wanted to see if we could hold it, and currently we are holding that, and we are moving higher from that earnings high. So this is one of the trades that I do like. I do think Illumina is a great company. I think it's got a lot of awesome technology, especially with the gene editing and things like that. So I do like this one longer term. And just to wrap up, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Don't want this video to get too long. So we had a couple trade ideas, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs. That was the last one I wanted to look at. Sorry, guys. Goldman Sachs. So this is also a very nice bullish setup. You can see this rounding bottom, the MACD bullish crossover. The 10 period is crossing through the 20 period moving average, and we're breaking out of this range that we've been in pretty much since March. So that's a good sign. That's a bullish sign. This nice rounding bottom and moving higher, and it seems like financials are starting to catch a bid. So Goldman Sachs, I believe, will be one of those stocks to go ahead and lead it higher, and you can look to lead the Dow higher as well. So keep an eye on that. Goldman Sachs. A couple others that we had was JP Morgan, Bluebird Bio, and Illumina. Those are our trade ideas for this week. Hope you guys liked them. Also, be sure to check out Boost Portfolio. We'll go over it real quick. BoostPortfolio.com. I think we offer a great value for the service that we provide. And hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next week.